What is happening, everyone? Hopefully we're doing all right. A bit of a recap yesterday. This is the trade I took on GU. Both pairs played out to a T. Both GU and EU, like I said, played out exactly what I wanted. Buys from here, only on EU, and then buys from there on GU, which was really, really clean through this point. I actually got taken out at break even. This is the ideal entry that I wanted. I ended up entering here just from a rule I've got. So I was in at... that. I went break even once it broke this high. Based on what I've kind of got written down, should have just held through this point. Like I said, this was a trap. But the ideal entry itself was off of this 5-minute point down here with a 5.5 pip stop loss. So not too mad, but definitely could have done a lot better on that trade. So let's get into it today. So GBPUSD coming to today, like I said, break even yesterday, but ended up running to a T in terms of what I wanted to see. And now we've kind of made a new higher high. So if we look on a higher time frame, 4 hourly, we've come into this point that I don't think is going to hold, and I think we've kind of pushed up, and there's a chance we may not come down any lower. We've got this break and test, which now we've come in and taken. There's only really one option, and that's kind of already passed by. Realistically, the only thing we can kind of do with this price action now is to now sell. GU hasn't really given us much in terms of any other option. The decisional in the extreme sits really, really low in this range. We don't really have anything else in terms of points to bounce off of. So for me, sell off of this high are kind of all I see coming into today. Realistically, that's the internal break here. So what I'd be looking for is a mitigation of this area. And with the mitigation of this area, I'm quite happy to sell. So the only thing I see today on GBPUSD is just that, like so. And that's probably it. So over to EURUSD coming into today. Like I said yesterday, nothing we could do internally with what was going on. Let me just remove all of that. So nothing we can do internally with any of that. We then obviously had the break and test, which then was taken. We then broke and test again, came into our point, and then broke this high here where we have broken tested again. We have actually completed more or less this structure cycle, which is a bit larger here. Depending on what you have this area as in terms of takes of liquidity and etc., would kind of depict whether or not you can use this range. For me, I only see buys as an option today. I don't actually see sells. I've got this as that break and retest internally here, and then more or less this bigger point here. So if we jump on the 30-minute, you've got this area, which I'm happy to buy off of down here. But apart from that, that's kind of it. I don't really want to sell through this area. So all I'd be looking for coming to today is for it to use the point that it's already kind of induced and push up from there like that, or to wait for price to come down to that extreme where I'm happy to get some confirmations and then buy up from that. So that's kind of all I see today. Now we'll be going live with the premium again today, and we'll break down this trade here. So this will be on YouTube as well tomorrow, and that'll be broken down in depth as well for the premium. That's kind of all we've got today. So really, really clean Monday, just a very, very slow and choppy one. If I don't see you guys in the live today for the premium, I will see you guys tomorrow. So let's have a good Tuesday, and I'll see you then.